survival tool sets that are already put together. And those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's those tool sets like these that you can find in your local Walmart stores. You can find them in about any store that really sells any kind of tools at all. Like this one right here comes with a knife, a fire starter, a hatchet, and a survival shovel. Are these actually worth buying, guys? And here's the thing about these. They are highly affordable, and a lot of people will complain about the fact that they aren't the highest quality, and that is true at the end of the day. But there is something else. Having some of this stuff, having a couple of these sets is still better than having nothing at the end of the day whenever it comes to survival, guys. And that is something that more people need to realize. It's not about having the latest and greatest and Gucciest gear and stuff, though. You can have the most high dollar gear that you have, but if you don't have the skill sets to back it up and the skill sets to actually be able to survive out there, it's not going to matter at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy the cheapest stuff that's going to break on you, but whenever you're going out there and testing it for your SHTF situations and stuff along those lines, that's not what I'm saying at all. By all means, buy the highest quality gear that you can afford at the time. But if you're just a beginner in the prepper community, survival community, having some sets like this aren't too bad at all, but really. The hatchet here is stainless steel. And I already know that it's probably going to break after some time of use and everything though, guys. But something else I really wanted to point out about this particular kit right here is the fact that it does come with this guideman knife right here. And those of you who've been watching the channel for some time know that I like my guideman products. This is a guideman survival tool set that we actually sell, or we sold at Menards over Black Friday and everything. And there's definitely some things to be said about this. All the guideman knives I've bought have been fantastic. Like this bad boy right here. This is a guideman knife from Menards. I'm not sponsored by them in any way or anything, guys, but I'm just here to tell you guys that I like their products, and I haven't bought a bad guideman knife yet. And I've put some of these tools and knives and stuff through their paces. Now, obviously, I have not opened this set yet, but they also made a survival kit set that just comes with some basic stuff. It comes with a knife and like a little heating blanket. So it's an 84-piece set. So we had these and we had that 84-piece set. Guys, if you haven't checked out Guideman products, by all means check them out. And there's nothing wrong with buying stuff that you can afford. But just know that it will probably break at some point and then you'll have to buy another one. But that brings me into another subject, though, too. The fact that having one is none and two is what you really need. But really, the rule of three is what I follow. You need three of everything that you for certainly need. Most people say, you know, one is none and two is one and all this stuff, though, and everything. But really three. Because your backup should have a backup. Because you never know. You could get a dud in there. You just never know what's actually going to happen. I mean, obviously, having the more backups, the better. But if you're talking about a survival situation where you're going to have to bug out or you're going to have to get out there and do things and you can't take a lot of stuff with you and you can only take the bare necessities, you do need some backups for things, though, guys. I mean, would you only carry one magazine for your rifle if you were in the military going out there on the battlefield? No, you'd have a dozen of them. It's the same thing with the survival situation, though, guys. And it doesn't have to just be like the magazine and bullets. It can be knives. It can be fire starters. It can be, you know, some blankets, some basic things. I mean, there's so many things out there that go into the survival stuff that a lot of people don't realize. And yes, having the tools and everything is great. But at the end of the day, guys, your skill set is what's going to see you through at the end of the day. Can you go out and get water? And you go through a lot more water in a day's time than what you would ever realize. I mean, average is a gallon per person per day, but really if you're a bigger person or something, though, you're going to drink a lot of water a day, especially with the amount of activity that you're going to be doing. And do you have a way to purify that water? Do you have a way to go out and get enough firewood? Do you have things to, you know, go out and make do knives and stuff, though, after your other ones wear out. There are so many things that play into this. This is why homesteading is such a big thing, and it's becoming highly more popular today than what it was even in the past, though, guys. I know people that I've worked with and stuff, though, that homestead. I know people that are out there doing this. They're actually growing 80% of their own food, and it's great. And, you know, growing things that you can take the bulbs and the seeds back off of and replant them again the next year. This is all stuff people don't think about, though, guys. And some people are waiting for this Red Dawn type scenario, and that's not reality. I mean, going out there on the plains in some flimsy tents and going up against a whole military with a small group of teenagers is not reality. I mean, in Rambo, that's not like reality either. The whole I'm going to survive on my own thing doesn't work. You have to have a survival group, a survival community, though, guys. And get together with your communities. See what they got. Maybe somebody only has one of these kits. But maybe you got something that you've used in the past, but you've upgraded and stuff, though, and you've got 2 or 3 of the new ones, and you can let them have that other one, though, guys. And really, that's all survival is, and prepping is really, at the end of the day, you're going to have to be able to help each other. You're going to be able to help people that you trust in your group. I mean, I'm not saying go out and help everybody, because you're not going to have enough supplies for you, but this is why a community is so important, because everybody can pull together and do things. And it'll be like the old West, basically. A bunch of people homesteading a bunch of land and stuff, though, is what the ideal situation actually would be. But, though, guys, understand something. I mean, we're in a time, though, to where a collapse could happen like that. We're at a time right now that you need to be prepared and be able to survive with skill sets, not just tools and weapons and all kinds of other things. You've got to be able to use this as well as physical strength and brawn to be able to get things done. SHTF happens. You just got to be aware and alert of everything that's going on around you, and always stay up to date on things that are happening. And, you know, if you buy some seeds or some food and stuff, though, that you're putting away, but it gets like recalled, you got to be aware of that stuff. Something else people don't think about, though, guys. So there's a lot that goes into it, though, guys. There's nothing wrong with buying kits like this. It doesn't all have to be Gucci. But at the end of the day, though, guys, understand what you need, understand what your survival group will need, and just understand that we live in crazy times right now, though, guys, and really at any time you might have to put your prepping skills and survival skills to the test. So at the end of the day, though, guys, take care out there. God bless each and every one.